All right, well, Hillary Clinton might be relieved that Joe Biden is not going to be running against her. Let's just say a lot of Republicans, not so much. Donald Trump tweeting, I think Joe Biden made a correct decision for him and his family. Personally, I would rather run against Hillary because her record is so bad. So the fear is not so much a fear as about the Republicans feel they've got a better shot, I should clarify there, against Hillary Clinton than they would have against Joe Biden, who, at least in the latest polls, led against all the top-tier Republicans. Pollster Floyd Surley on what happens now. Floyd, assuming the race is a constant and is what it is, Republicans seem to be grateful for the fact that Hillary Clinton looks like the candidate. Should they be?
Well, she has her weaknesses, and as you point out, the polls indicate that she's losing to much of the field, not necessarily Donald Trump, but much of the field. But I think having Biden in that race would have been a real value for the Republicans. Even in his announcement today, he chided her for being too conservative, too hawkish, for treating Republicans like enemies. And so I think he would have given her a really spirited debate and probably helped fracture the party a bit. So that would have been useful for them. Does Hillary have some serious flaws? Well, the debate obviously gave her a tremendous boost, as you know, Neil, but there is still not only just Benghazi, but more importantly, probably the long-term email problem she's dealing with, which is more FBI and court-related than it is partisan. And she still, that was a good debate, but Bernie Sanders, he was sort of giving a faculty lecture. He wasn't really attacking her. So consequently, I don't think she's fully tested yet.
Yeah, I'm not taking sides in the debate, but it was boring. I mean, I had no offense to the debaters. I just was like watching a hostage tape, but that's fine. But having said that, the idea would have been that Joe Biden would have made it a little bit more engaging, and tit for tat would have been nasty and all. But having said that, you do begin to wonder whether Republicans are assuming she's that easy to beat. Now, we know she's a good debater. She's a lousy campaigner. Normally, it's the better campaigner who wins. I think a lot of people think that she got the better Barack Obama in a lot of their debates, but of course, he was a far, far more engaging candidate on the stump. So is that such a given, or do we appreciate the fact, or do Republicans appreciate the fact she could get to be a much better campaigner? In other words, she could rally this base that now has been distracted in the Democratic Party.
To some extent, it's a question of self-confidence. You saw when she came out of that debate, she looked revived.
Yes,
and
you're right.
Obviously, it helped her. It helped her numbers. I would say this: that while she has some campaign weaknesses, I think the campaign itself is going to be very, very good. It's going to be fully funded. I think she's learned everything and mostly hired everybody from the Obama campaign. So that to the extent that the Democrats have been dominating, and they've had really great campaigns in 2008 and 2012. I think she's going to have most of it. I think what she's going to lack is that enthusiasm that hope and change brought, that the charismatic young Obama brought. So I think whether it's minority voters or young voters, I think that's going to be her big challenge. I think it's going to be a close race if the Republicans can sort this field out and find a strong candidate.
Find out whoever the heck that's going to be. Thank you, Floyd, very, very much. So really does